Hi everyone, I wanted to take a moment with you today to share with you what has truly changed my life, saying yes to Jesus and stepping out in faith and sharing the gospel. Over this past year alone, I've been on 2 mission trips with LINC, one to Ottawa and one to Montreal, and I've seen the Lord work in so many amazing ways. And this time around, I want to invite you to come and witness what the Lord will do in Mississauga. When we went to Montreal, we had no idea where the missionaries would stay. We packed sleeping bags, pillows, and faith. But the Lord had already gone before us. A few weeks before the full team arrived, Regda and I traveled to Montreal to prepare the way in prayer. We met people and we prayed over the city and lifted up the mission before God. And at that time, we had no idea that some of the very people we prayed with, people we had only met once, would be the ones God would use to provide a place for us to stay. When the whole team arrived, without us even asking, these 2 families opened their doors, and they didn't just let us stay. They even brought blow-up mattresses so we would have somewhere comfortable to sleep. And that was only the beginning of the miracles. On the mission field, you see the hand of the Lord at work. In Ottawa and in Montreal, we spoke with people in malls and on the streets, young and old alike. And before each encounter, we prayed. Some of the most unexpected people stopped to listen to us talk about Jesus. Some who we thought would be resistant opened up with curiosity and hunger for the truth. People we prayed for unexpectedly showed up at the evening events, not because we had somehow convinced them, but because God placed it on their hearts. Matthew 9:37 says that the harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. People are searching for truth. Many have never heard the gospel before, and I fully believe that on this next mission trip, God will reach people who have never heard his name. People from different cultures and different backgrounds and different walks of life. We have seen it before, and we will see it happen again. I know that stepping out in faith can sometimes feel overwhelming. Maybe you're thinking, I don't know what to say, or I'm unqualified, or I've never done this before. But if there's one thing that I've learned from the past mission trips, is that God does not call the qualified. He qualifies the called. He calls us first and qualifies us after. And he is calling you today. Know that when we step out in faith, God just does the rest. I've seen miracles with my own eyes. Lives restored. Families on the brink of divorce reconciled. People healed. People struggling with depression and anxiety healed and found peace in Jesus. And beyond what God did through us, these missions changed me. I became more bold in my faith. I remember coming back home to Waterloo and I see people differently now. Evangelism is not just something that I know that I should do. It's something that I'm now compelled to do because I see the hearts of the people. I see the yearning in their eyes to come to know the truth in Jesus. This is why I want to invite you to join us on this next mission trip in Mississauga. This isn't just about evangelizing, it's about experiencing the power of God in a way that will transform your life. It's about witnessing miracles, and it's about being part of something that is much, much bigger than yourself. Matthew 28:19 says, "Go therefore and make disciples of all nations." So, are you going to answer this call? But this mission trip is not something that we can do alone. We need your help. First, we would love your prayers. Pray that the Lord goes before us, that he prepares the hearts of the people so that they are ready to receive the name of the Lord. Pray for our missionaries for boldness and for faith, and pray that the Holy Spirit, that he makes a work so mighty that everybody will come to know him, that people experience healing and restoration and reconciliation and salvation that will change their lives forever. Second, if the Lord places it on your heart, we would love your support financially. All donations will be going to covering the cost of the mission, helping to provide resources and materials to reach as many people as possible. So if you can't go, you can still be a part of this mission by giving. So will you come? Will you be part of what the Lord is doing here in Canada? Are you going to step out in faith and say yes to the call of Jesus? Because I promise you, if you do, you will never be the same again. So let's step out in faith together and watch as God does the rest. Because at the end of the day, as you know, a lot can happen in 3 days.